What's going on today, guys? BOJoeKO here, and welcome back to the second episode of Hockey Ultimate Team Payday. So thank you for all the great support and comments that you guys threw into the first episode of this series. For those of you that got to watch it, I don't even know what happened with the first episode. I blame YouTube for it with the stupid playback error that some people were getting. Some people got that. Some people could watch it normally. So unfortunately, I feel sorry for the people that couldn't get to watch it. So that's why I'm coming out with the second episode fairly quickly, so we can all kind of get caught up in what everybody missed. Like I said, if you missed the first episode, you kind of did miss a lot. You kind of missed the basic layout of what the series is all about. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to just follow along to the best of your abilities to figure out what's going on here. But as a little recap for the first episode, we played two games. We won the first one 3-1, so we picked up Patrick Eves for 3K. Not the best player for 3K, but whatever. We picked him up for 3K, and then we lost our second game 2-1 in overtime and picked up David Perron for 1K, which was actually a pretty good deal. And our overtime pot currently stands at 3K, and like I said, we can claim that anytime we wish once we have at least a 2-game winning streak. So here's what the team looks like right now. We got Perron, Broadhurst, and Eves on the first line. Bayou, Roos, and Fournier on the second. Alcock, Zweep, and Karanen on the third. And then Schumacher, Corson, and Pedichico on the fourth line. Defensively, we got Thompson and Cox and Thompson, Mayho and Steele, and Hand and Nicholson. And in net, we have Hewitt taking a break because he did lose that previous game. And instead of starting Lanigan again, I think we're going to try something different here. We're going to throw Daniel Cotton in the net for the first game. So let's get it rolling. HUT Payday, Episode 2. Let's see if we can mount a win streak this time so we can maybe get some better players here. But let's get into some games. Alright guys, so here we go. The first game of episode number 2 against Nylons G. So here we go. Early on in the first period, turnover, Broadhurst over to Patrick Eves, cross crease in the slot. First goal right out of the bat. Only 2 minutes into the game. Nice goal there from Patrick Eves. Finally, he gets his first goal as a part of this new team. Patrick Eves from Broadhurst and David Perron. So the first line all clicking together. But unfortunately, this lead will not stay for very long. Callahan's going to take this puck in over to Stahl, who gets a nice low shot in the net, and right to Hartnell down. Hartnell down puts that one in the net, and pretty much just a minute after that, it's a 1-1 tie. So here we go, up to Roos. Roos cross crease over to Schumacher. Schumacher couldn't get it done. Upcoming penalty for him. We're working it around here. Hand tries to go for the big shot from the point. Keeps it in, though. Corson gets it over to Pedichico, and Pedichico, kissy against the boards. There's a goal there. 2-1 lead. And that's how it would do for the first period. 8-3 on shots. Pretty good first period for us. As we move along to the second period now, we're working in here around there. Broadhurst cross crease over to David Perron, but Braden Holtby makes that save there. Working it around here. Steele with a shot. Roos couldn't get the rebound, so fortunately for there, he's taking it into the zone here. Cox is going to take that over. Camilleri over to Jordan Stahl, who's working in there. My goalie gets absolutely run by my own damn player, but fortunately, thank you for Rammer for the open net glitch. And I didn't like the fact that Andres Mazzaros hit one of my players, so Rafael Mayo is going to kick Andres Mazzaros' ass by dodging all of his punches, because unfortunately, I know how to fight, and people still don't know how to fight in this game. But Mayo takes down Andres Mazzaros. There you go. Get some revenge. So here we go. Back to David Perron. Big slap shot, but a nice low save by Braden Holtby. And that would do it for the second period. 21-8 on shots. We're dominating him in the shots category, as you guys can clearly see. But we're going to get started here in the third period. The third period of Champions. And it's going to work around here early. Seidenberg's going to take this one in over to Lucic. Lucic working it around over to the boards. He's going to try to get a nice little shot in there, but we're not going to get it done. Good, smart defense by my team here, and we're just waiting it around, and now we're going to start breaking it down in here for the third period. David Perron takes this puck up. David Perron streaking over to Patrick Eves, but Braden Holtby, another amazing save. So working it around here, final minute of the third period. Wrist shot right for the slot. Save blocked by one of his defensemen. Carried out right to Bayou. He couldn't put it in because Holtby made another amazing save. But we do get the win 2-1 in our first game of episode 2. So we have to spend buy now max of 2K, buy now minimum of 1950. We're searching through NHL, so let's see what player we're going to pick up with our first win payday of episode number 2. And since the score was 2-1, we're going to be looking for the 21st person, which would be the first person on page number 3, and that is going to be Juice, baby, Kevin BOJoeKO of the Vancouver Canucks for 2K. Not a bad pickup. So it looks like we now have we have a pretty good, decent defenseman to put on our team, as Kevin BOJoeKO now joins our team. I'm going to take the first line defensive core. Tyhan we're going to remove, and BOJoeKO is going to get moved up to the first line to work with Cox, I believe. And yeah, just making some line changes around. And that's how it stands. On to the second game. Alright, so now for the second game, we're going to be taking on a guy and his Carney clan, Minnesota Wild fan. Does a nice little move there, but Mayo with some good defense here, and Mayo's going to pull solely on tap. Hold the line, you goofball McGundy. Streaches in from the red zone. Backhand, forehand, goal. End to end, Rafael Mayo. What a goal. All the way, end to end. What a goal. Hold the line. That's how you do it. Only highlight from the first period. 7-5 on shots. So we take a 1-0 lead after 1. So here we go. Patrick Eves working it around in the zone a little bit. Back and forth moving here. A little bit in low shot in front, but his goalie makes the save. Keeps it in. Another shot there. And what's happening here? Oh, we moving it around. Another wrist shot. Oh, but just missed the net. A lot of missing in net here. This game was our first one actually on international ice, so I knew it would be a little bit difficult for us because our players are kind of slow moving. But as you can see there, I think Daniel Cotton made the initial save, but it carried right out to Justin Williams, who put that in the net for a 1-1 tie. Another low shot on there. Broadhurst couldn't get the rebound, but that would do it for the third period of this game. Not many highlights in this game whatsoever, but we are going to go to overtime, 1-1 tie, and we take the pass there. The outlet pass squeaks through the middle. Fake shot, backhand, forehand. Goalie makes the save once again. Parenteau's going to take this puck in there, hold the line. Trying to do my best to defensively hold him out there, but he's going to just carry right out to the center. Slap shot, kind of glitch goal, but whatever. It does go in. He gets the win 2-1 in overtime. So this was a tournament game, so I kind of had to do some math to figure out how much would go into the overtime pot. So 1 minute was still left out, so I am going to add 1K to the overtime pot because I did it in quarters. So we're only going to add 1K to the pot. But now we have to search buy now minimum 950, buy now max 1K. Score was 1-2, so we're looking for the second player on page number 2. And it's going to be this legacy guy, not even going to use him on the team. So we just buy him for 1K. He becomes part of our team if we need to use him eventually for a backup goalie. But he's not going to be playing a major part in the team, especially in this third game as we take on Mista 1-2-3 now in the third game of this series. So Bobrovsky plays that out to David Perron, gives him a present, early Christmas or late Christmas present. David Perron puts that in, 1-0 lead. So here we go. He does a little one-touch deke here. Another shot there, but rebound right to Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner puts that one in the net, 1-1 tie. And closing seconds of the first period, Joffrey Lupul just immediately after that goal, wrist shot, 2-1 lead. And he takes the lead 2-1 after 1. So here we go. Pass over to David Perron. David Perron pulls on the brakes. David Perron's snipe, top cheese. David Perron, nice wrist shot there. That's going to be a goal. That's his second of the game. So if we get one more for David Perron, we might have a hat trick on our hands. So Roos from Kevin BOJoeKO. David Perron just absolutely rips this. Never go down the ice expecting a cross creaser. Just shoot that right away. So here we go. He has a breakaway. I switch to Hewitt, and Hewitt, oh, the puck is sitting on the blue or the red line just in front of the goal. And that would be a nice save there. Cross crease over to Perron. Tries for the hat trick on the delayed penalty, but Bobrovsky is on the case for that one. Makes the save. So nice little one-touch deke there. Steele comes in, and that's a shitty goal to let up there by Hewitt. Backhander sliding across. 3-2 lead now for him going into the third period. I'm still beating him on shots and everything, but big hit there from Roos. And Roos versus Daniel Alfredson now in a fight. But unfortunately, this is another one of those people who just seem to just spam the punch button. They don't know that there's a dodge button, but, you know, people need to learn how to fight. Roos judo flips Daniel Alfredson and his bald ass, and that would do it. So Nicholson's going to take this puck in over to Veilleux, over to, I forget who the hell that was, but he was flop. I think that was Fournier. Fournier flopped the entire game. Can't put home a breakaway, so Skinner's going to take this puck now. And Patrick Eaves is going to pick up the loose change. Patrick Eaves, we're about in the final minutes here. He's just got to drive the net hard, and it squeaks through the 5-hole. Kind of a pass shot there, goes through the 5-hole of Sergei Bobrovsky, and we have a tie game with about a minute to go left in the third period. So Patrick Eaves picks up his first of this game and second of the episode. So, like I said, he tried for the cross crease, but it eventually ended up going right through the 5-hole of Sergei Bobrovsky, even though Patrick Eaves does get laid out. And this game would be going to overtime as it sees a nice drag move there. We do get a breakaway again, but another big save there by Sergei Bobrovsky. Keeps it out, 3-3 tie, going to overtime, 27-13 on shots. Completely outplaying this guy. So Thornton, I think, or whatever his name is, draws a penalty. That thing would be huge because somebody's Captain Clutch.
Scores! Patrick Eaves! A terrific pass, and it's another power play goal!
Oh, yeah, that's right. David Perron tried 2 times there to get the puck past Sergei Bobrovsky, but the third shot that he takes on him does carry him right to Patrick Eaves' stick, and he's going to put that one in the net for an easy goal. Our overtime pot is going to sit at 6K now because we halved it into quarters, so that would have been like the 2-minute mark for a 5-minute overtime. So we add 2K to that. Final stats of the game, 35-13 on shots. Bobrovsky did play a pretty good game. But we're going to go onto the market now and set our buy now minimum of $39.50 and a buy now max of 4K. And we're going to be looking for the 43rd person, which is going to be the third person on page number 5. And very ironically, as you guys will see, who are we going to get on the third person on page number 5? That is going to be, wait for it, there it is, Joffrey Lupul. So our new first-line sniper. We now have a person who can shoot the puck, who's pretty quick. Toronto Maple Leaf fans will be happy. Joffrey Lupul now is a part of our team. We're going to move him around. Patrick Eaves now is going to go down to the second line, I believe. And our first line now is going to be David Perron, David Perron, Broadhurst, and Joffrey Lupul on the first line. So I hope you guys enjoy episode number 2 of the Payday. We picked up 2 pretty good players in Kevin Bieksa and Joffrey Lupul for the team now. We did pick up that legacy goalie in case we do need to use him eventually, but this team is starting to come together. Hopefully everybody will be able to watch this episode. Like I said in the beginning, it was unfortunate that a few number of people got that playback error on the first episode of the Payday, so hopefully everybody was able to view this second episode. But like I said, if you have any suggestions or any new rule changes you guys would like to implement for the next episode of Payday, leave it in the comments down below. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of HUT Payday and hope you guys continue the support for it. Thanks for watching. Cha-ching!